Okay, now d2a dl2 is nothing but the derivative of dA dl. Okay, now with the help of second derivative test, we are going to show whether it is maximum or minimum. If d2a dl2 is negative at L is equal to a root 2, then we can say that the area is maximum. So let's check the sign, whether it is positive or negative. First differentiate, then we'll check the sign. So how to differentiate this? You differentiate this by u by v rule. Going to be a little long, so a little patience is required. Root over of 4a square, that is v, into the derivative of the numerator. Derivative of the numerator, a is constant, so it will be 0 minus 2l, right? Minus, now take the numerator, 2a square minus l square, and then differentiate the denominator. So 1 by 2 root 4a square minus l square into the derivative of whatever is within the radical, which is 0 minus 2l. So you actually get minus 2l. Here also let's write minus 2l. 0 minus 2l means minus 2l. Okay, and whole divided by the square of the denominator. Okay, so now if you simplify this, you will get minus 4l root 4a square minus l square minus 2a square minus l square divided by 2 root 4a square minus l square, full divided by 4a square minus l square. You take the LCM in the numerator. If you take the LCM in the numerator, you're going to get minus 4l into 4a square minus l square. Yes. If you take the LCM, you will get minus 4l into 4a square minus l square minus 2a square minus l square divided by 2 root 4a square minus l square divided by 4a square minus l square. In fact, what will happen is that this 2 and this 2 will cancel. So what do you effectively get here? You will get here minus 4l into 4a square minus l square minus 2a square minus l square divided by 4a square minus l square to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, this is what you are getting. Now we need to check the sign at what value of L? At L is equal to a root d2a dl2 is equal to, put the value here, minus 4L minus 4 into a root 2 into 4a square minus a root 2 square minus 2a square minus a root 2 square divided by 4a square minus a root 2 square to the power of 3 by 2. So what you get here is minus 4a root 2 times 4a square minus 2a square. and minus this becomes 0, 2a square minus 2a square. And in the denominator, you will get 4a square minus 2a square to the power of 3 by 2. So you get minus 4a root 2 into 2a square divided by 2a square to the power of 3 by 2. Now we only want the sign, right? So we need not simplify. So you see a negative sign and a is the radius, so a has to be positive, right? So if you see, except for the minus sign, everything here, 4a root 2 into 2a square divided by 2a square into 3 by 2 is all positive. So this has to be less than 0. So thus, a has a local maxima at L is equal to a root 2. Right? Now you need to show that this is a square. What is the length we have got? Length we have got here, L is equal to a root 2. You need to show that breadth is also equal to a root 2. Right? So how do you find out the breadth? We use 1 here, this one, to find out the breadth. So from 1, 4a square is equal to L square plus b square. Put the value of L here. L here is a root 2. That means you get 4a square is equal to 2a square plus b square. That means b square is equal to 2a square. That means b must be equal to a root 2. That means length also you are getting and breadth also you are getting as a root 2. So this shows that the area of the rectangle is maximum when L and B both are equal to radius of the circle into root 2. That is when the rectangle is a square. Right? That's it. That is what you wanted to show. That is a square. And if you want to find out the maximum area, what will the maximum area of the square? Maximum area. Let us call it A max. What was the expression for maximum area? L into B. A root 2 into A root 2 is equal to 2A square. Is it clear? Twice square of the radius. Is this problem clear? Can I proceed to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next problem. Number 8. The question here, if you see number 8, is a right angle triangle ABC with constant area S. That means area of the triangle is given to you as a constant. S is a constant. Prove that the hypotenuse of the triangle is least when the triangle is isosceles. So let's draw a right angle triangle. ABC right angled at P. Okay. So here area of triangle ABC is equal to S constant. Okay. And what do you have to show? You have to show that the hypotenuse of the triangle is least. That means hypotenuse is AC. You need to show that the length of AC is least when the triangle is isosceles. That is when AB is equal to BC. That is what you need to show. Okay. So we start by saying let the length of AB and BC be L and B respectively. AB equal to L and BC is equal to B. So we have taken this length as L, have taken this length as B. Okay. So here L and B are both variables. Here L and B are both variables. Okay. So what is the area given? What is the area of the triangle ABC? Half base into height. So half LB. That means what is the area of the triangle given here? S is equal to half L. We call this as 1. Why do we call this as 1? Because with the help of this relation, later when we are going to maximize the length of the hypotenuse or minimize the length of the hypotenuse, we are going to use 1 to reduce that expression to a single variable. Here, see, there are two variables, L and B, right? So now we need to maximize the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, so we have, I say, let the length of the hypotenuse be H. Therefore, from Pythagoras theorem, what do you have? H square is equal to L square plus B square, right? Now see, we have to maximize this function, but we have H square here, right? Now, if I want to maximize H square, H, that means I have to maximize H square. So I say let H is equal to capital H is equal to H square. That means we need to maximize H, capital H. You understood the concept? If I want to maximize small h, that means I will have to maximize capital H, isn't it? Whether because h is
Yes,
equal
sir.
to H square, right? So just for convenience sake, we have taken capital H is equal to H square. So therefore, H is equal to L square plus B square. Okay, now see this capital H, uh, we need to maximize. We need to maximize capital H. But H contains how many variables? It contains two variables, L and B. So we bring it down to a single variable. How? With the help of 1. So from 1, let us call this as 2. So from 1, what is the value of B? B is equal to 2S by L. We put this here. Putting this value in 2. We get H is equal to L square plus 2S by L square. Now see, the expression of H has become in a single variable, L. L square plus 4S square by L square. Now we can maximize or minimize H as the need be. So how do we maximize or minimize H? First we find out this first derivative. dH dl. Therefore, dH dl is equal to 2L plus. Now S is constant. So 4s square will also be a constant. You can take it out of the differentiation into 1 by L square. Differentiation of 1 by L square is the same as differentiating L to the power of minus 2. And what is the derivative of L to the power of minus 2? Minus 2 L to the power of minus 3. So you get here 2L minus 8s square by L cube. Okay. For maximum or minimum H, we have dH dl is equal to 0. That means 2L minus 8s square by L cube is equal to 0. That means 2L, we can take 2 common, twice L minus 4s square, not 8s square, 4s square by L cube is equal to 0. That means L minus 4s square by L cube is equal to 0. Now you can find out the value of L from here. So L is equal to 4s square divided by L cube. Hence you get L to the power of 4 is equal to 4s square. Yes, L to the power of 4 is equal to 4s square. Right? That means L must be equal to 4s square to the power of 1 by 4. Okay, so you get here 2 square s square to the power of 1 by 4. That means you get 2s whole square to the power of 1 by 4. That means you get 2s to the power of half. That means what are you getting L? L is equal to root over of 2s. Right? Now at L is equal to root over of 2s, your area is either hypotenuse, length of the hypotenuse is either maximum or minimum. Now how do we check whether maximum minimum? We take the second derivative, d2h dl2 is equal to ddl of dh dl is equal to ddl of dh dl expression is here above, 2l minus 8s divided by L cube. Differentiate this, we'll get 2 into ddl of L is 1, 2 into 1 minus 8s is constant, take it out of the differentiation. And if you want to differentiate 1 by L cube, which is the differentiation of L to the power of minus 3, it will be minus 3 L to the power of minus 4. So you get here 2 plus 24, 2 plus 24 S divided by L to the power of 4. This is what you are getting, right? Now we need to check the sign of d2h dl2. At what value of L? At L is equal to root 2s. d2h dl2 is equal to 2 plus 24s divided by root over of 2s to the power of 4, which is equal to 2 plus 24s divided by root over of 2s to the power of 4 is how much? 2s whole square. 2 plus 24s divided by 4s square is equal to, now you cancel this. You simply get 2 plus 6 by s, which is obviously greater than 0. Right? So that means at L is equal to, so in fact H, capital H, has a local minima. That means we needed to minimize the hypotenuse, right? Yeah, if you read the question, it is not maximization, it is minimization. Yes, the hypotenuse of the triangle is least. So L has a local minima at L is equal to root 2s. H has a local maxima at L is equal to root 2s, right? And what is it that you have to show? When a triangle is isosceles, that means you have to show that in this triangle, this L and B are equal. So how can you show L and B are equal? We can show with the help of 1. So from 1, S is equal to half LB. Put the value. S is equal to half root 2S into B. That means S is equal to 1 by root 2 into root 2 into root 2 into root S. These two cancel, right? So you get here this is B, the B here. Okay. So that means you get S is equal to, you're getting root S into B divided by root 2. That means you get B is equal to root 2 S by root S. That means B is equal to root 2 S. You can write as root S into root S divided by root S. That means this and this cancels. So you're getting B is equal to root 2S. So what do you see? That H has a local maxima when the length is equal to root 2S and the breadth is also equal to root 2S. That means triangle is isosceles. So this shows that the length of the hypotenuse H is minimum when length and breadth both are equal to root 2S. That is when the triangle is isosceles. That finishes your problem. Fine. We'll move on to the next problem unless you have any question you have from this problem.
No, sir.
If not, then I can move to another problem, but the other problem is a little long. So we need to understand the problem first. Maybe I will make you understand this problem now and we can solve it in the next class because all these problems are very long. Okay. Um, they require
Okay.
understanding, they require planning. Okay. So you have to be careful with the problems and maxima and minima. For you, I'm doing all the tough problems from the textbook, all the problems that have come in your previous year's questions, so that you are comfortable when you are doing your whatever question you are going to get in the examination. You can be rest assured that the difficulty level will be half of all this because they have been included in your multiple choice questions. You will get multiple choice questions only from this. That is why. So let's read the next problem. The question here is a lighthouse is located at A, 2 kilometers offshore. Okay, 2 kilometers offshore from the nearest point O on the straight beach, and a shop is located at B. The shop is located on the beach 4 kilometers distant from O. If the housekeeper can row at the rate of 4 kilometers per hour and walk at the rate of 6 kilometers per hour, where should he plan to reach the shore so as to cover the distance to the shop in the least possible time? So let's draw the shore. The shorelines. Other have it. This is what your shoreline will look like. Okay. Now there's a lighthouse here at A. At A, you have a lighthouse. Let's call it A. Okay. And which is 2 kilometers off the shore from the nearest point O on the straight beach. Now from here, what is the nearest point? If you draw a perpendicular, this is the nearest point, right? So this distance is 2 kilometers, right? So let us call this point as O. Okay, from the nearest point O on a straight beach. So this is the nearest point. If you draw a perpendicular, and a shop is located at B, and on the shore itself, you have a shop that is located at say B. Okay. The shop is located on the beach 4 kilometers distant from O. That means let us call this here. Let us draw right B a little more distant. Let us call this point. Let's say the shop is here. Okay. And this distance here is 4 kilometers from the nearest point. Okay. Now from A, the housekeeper of the lighthouse is traveling from A. So all this is water, right? AO. So that means this distance AO he has to cover by swimming, right? He can row. Okay, he can row. So he can row at the rate of 4 kilometers per hour. So that means this distance here needs to be covered by rowing, right? And once he reaches O, now he can walk from A to B. This distance has to be covered by walking. You agree? You understood what the problem says? Did you understand what the problem states here?
Sir, please repeat.
Yes?
Sir, repeat, sir. Don't understand.
Repeat.
Yes, sir.
You have at A, you have a lighthouse. Okay, and you have a housekeeper of the lighthouse. He has to reach a shop at B. Okay. So how should he reach the shop B? He can from A, he can reach O, and then he can start walking from O to B, right?
Yes, sir.
But the point is that he has to minimize his time. That means it is not necessary that he will by rowing, he will reach O. He can reach a point here, say P, by rowing, and then he can start walking.
Yes,
You
sir.
agree? To minimize his time, he can reach a point P to minimize his
Yes,
time,
sir.
right? So I say let this distance be X. See, if you see the question, what is the question? Question here is, where should he plan to reach the shore? So let the housekeeper, let me write here, this is number 11. Let the housekeeper reach a point P by rowing, which is at a distance, which is at a distance of X kilometer from O. Okay. Now you understood this problem? That means from A to P, he is rowing. And then from P, he starts walking. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So the question here is, uh, that where should he plan to reach the shore? That means he is reaching. Where should he plan to reach the shore? He is reaching the shore at P, which is at a distance of x from O, right? So that the distance covered is is in the least possible time. So what is the possible? What is the time required here from A to P? What is the time required? Time required to cover the distance AP. What is the speed that he can row from A to P? He is rowing, right? What is the speed here of rowing? 4 km/h. Speed by distance. Sorry, this is distance. Time required is distance by speed, right? What is the distance? AP by speed. Speed is 4. Now, what is the distance AP here? Let's calculate AP. Here, AP is equal to, if you see, AOP is a right angle triangle, right? So AP must be equal to square root of x square plus 2 square is equal to root over of x square plus 4. So therefore, what is the time required? To cover the distance AP is equal to root over of x square plus 4 divided by 4, because this distance here is, now you understood? This is the time that he is spending in rowing. Now he has reached P. From P he is walking towards B. So what is the time required to reach from P to B? The distance PB divided by the speed. So what is the distance PB? PB here is 4 minus x. So time required to cover the distance PB is equal to PB by speed. What is the speed of his walking? 6. So PB is 4 minus x by 6. So what is the total time required? Therefore, total time required by the housekeeper to reach the shop at B is capital T, let's say. What is the time required for him to row? Time required for him to row is root over of x square by plus 4 by 4. And what is the time that he is spending in walking? 4 minus x divided by 6. Now this is the function you need to minimize. So we need to minimize, he needs to minimize his total time. So we need to minimize T. Okay. Now how to minimize? I'll show you in the next class. Okay. So I'll stop here.